Hello ladies and gents, welcome back once again, HOI4 to the new order where we left off. What happened? We've been doing a lot of shady stuff, I'll tell you that much. We're trying to make sure no one really moves away from us, hopefully. People are losing some loyalty against us, because, you know, surprise, surprise, we're not doing too well. Well, we're not doing too well, but rather, we're making some interesting decisions. Now, we're also trying to see what the Grail is up. It's proving to be a bit difficult. We can do that, but I don't know if we want to. For now, I'll wait a bit. We'll wait a bit before we do anything to go after him. We'll still need a bit more intel to find out what the fuck he's doing. Because I'm certain he's doing something shady. That filthy the Grail. A friendly neighbor. Yeah. Let's go. Let's see what's up in there. Let's see what's up in there. Open investigation again. Huh. Plant a tracking device on his personal card that will allow us to track his movements. Break into his office, check his personal files. I really want to do this, but I can't. I can't, not right now. Not right now, sadly. Keep going down here. And that should be fine. Oh yeah, Cornwall is independent. I kind of forgot about that. This will raise their loyalty, but they're still loyal, so I'm not gonna do that just yet. We don't have the support equipment anyway. How far away are we? Actually, we do have some support equipment. Let me actually build up more troops as well. There we go. I don't know why they're all going down here. But whatever. Give equipment to Langmark. Oh, this is infantry equipment. Alright, right. Do we have any... There we go. Probably didn't have any supplies, now we do. What do we need in here? Oh, PP points, obviously. The biggest thing that's holding us back right now. New deception techniques. Lower our suspicion. Yeah. By a small amount. Really small amount. Alright. We do have nukes, right? Right now? Yeah, single weapon. It's not gonna go up right now. Oh yeah, let's deal with this boy. The Walloon division. Oh, never mind. Armel stood nearby as the blonde man handled the rifle like an expert. Behind the man, another three men in nondescript jackets leaned against their pickup as the waves crashed against the dock. The moonlight reflected off the new firearm, the oil on the surface dancing with silver light as the man inspected the rifle. Armel stood aside as the man wielded it, fingering the revolver concealed in his jacket. The man, after another minute, finally spoke. "And what model is this?" he asked, raising the rifle as he was still holding slightly. "The NFLAG GI, or G1 rather. New model from Germany." The man nodded slowly. He was definitely tasting the Breton smuggler. I see. And its features? Semi-auto and full auto modes. Standard clip holds 30, though I'd recommend 29. It's a tight fit with the full 30. 29 lets you seat the mag easier. The blondie nodded his head knowingly, an issue with the older models too, you know the guns. Amel said nothing, but he relaxed. It was rare to get a compliment from an SS man. The blonde man tossed a rifle to one of his comrades, then motioned to 10 crates laying on the dock. He picked up a bag that lay by the truck and handed it to the Breton. It was heavy, 40 pounds at least. He peeked inside the bag. It was full of wedding bands, necklaces, and very small pieces of gold. Mel knew only too well what they were. Sometimes ignorance was bliss. He would never forget the seemingly random gold bits that were in fact once dental fillings. As the crew of Germans loaded up the last crate of rifles, the spokesman walked up to the Breton. "How many more of these guns can you get us?" "Can you keep paying?" The man nodded. "Well, in that case, as many as you need. 40 more shipments like this, then." Hell yeah, we got some guns in. Sort of. God damn it. That should help us out, right? I can't put any more in here for some reason. I don't know why. What if it's like this? Will that be enough? I don't know if it will be. But I can't put any more skilled laborers in here. It's gonna cost me political power. Yeah, I don't really need to raise their loyalty just yet. So for now, I'll keep going as is. It's 34. It's not that good. I'll wait for now. We're dealing with the Grail. So, the Walloon Division, headed by Leon de Grail, have been chafing under our rule ever since the Fuhrer granted the SS authority and the right to administer the Orderstaat. These nationalists have been steadfast even in the face of our authority, for more autonomy and rights for their people living in the north of the Staat in what was Belgium. Their fervent nationalism, while commendable, has no place in the Orderstaat. We must keep them in check and busy doing our bidding, lest they forget their place under our rule. Damn it, everyone becomes more disillusioned. Yeah, in time, they become less and less loyal to us. Our monthly intelligence will go up. Oh yeah, definitely what I want. Alright, but we do have some decisions. 25, ooh, intelligence. Yes. Excellent. 25 intelligence is amazing. Alright, butchering the prey. And last but not least, the results of our initial probes. That sentence sent sparks through the room. A couple of ministers gave each other looks of pure terror. What probes? One of them, something with unruly slaves. Was someone's head out about to roll? The Reichsführer didn't bat an eye. Ah, excellent. Yes, it seems your suspicions were correct. The room was dead silent, except for the Reichsführer's secretary, who was taking notes. For a second, all that was heard in the room was a fanatic typing of a typewriter. The Walloon Division has indeed been acting in a manner unbefitting of their status. The division as a whole is almost all concentrated in their home region, even while the impeding invasion at hand. They have been requisitioning a curious amount of firearms and supplies, much more needed than what their numbers require. While not outright illegal or treacherous, it does raise suspicions. Likewise, de Grail's staff has become more distant from our chain of command, and subordination over petty matters has been increased dramatically. They become more and more resistant to Aryan officers by the day, although they conduct themselves acceptably in front of our subjects. All in all, their behaviors and open dissent suggest more than we've uncovered in our initial probes. The whole divisions may be compromised. The Reichsführer nodded his head slowly. Their nationalism will be their undoing. A shame. Many of those men are hardened soldiers. He sighed. The rest of the men sitting on the meats wore expressions of shock. How could an entire division have the gall to tempt fate and go against the Staat? Proceed with the investigation. Find out how deep their treachery is rooted. The Grail is likely a traitor. If any signs of open treachery is discovered, arrest him and kill him. Find out who is compromised in the division. Any dissent will be rooted out and dealt with. The Reichsführer abruptly stood up and stalked to the door. He stopped at the exit with and about-faced. I'll leave this matter into your hands. Do not let me down. Alright. So we'll most likely have to kill your boy the Grail. Keep our enemies close. One out of all of our collaboration, the Grail is by far the most troublesome and dangerous of our subordinates. As we continue to investigate the Walloon Division's activities, it would be useful for us to find ways to keep the officers close. And keeping blah 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 close powers blah blah training exercises, planning for the invasion and occupation of the new territories, schematics for building new labor camps, whatever. Let's keep these rounded sojourners close at hand. Alright. Got some new motorized tech though, which is cool. Anything else in here that we could use? Some recons, I think. That wouldn't be too bad. Small deceptive maneuvers. I kind of want to do this, but I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna wait until that thing happens. Until the current suspicion goes down by that event that I clicked. So, laying off for now will increase loyalty and decrease their suspicion. Enhance, yeah, I think laying off for now will increase. No, we'll go to enhance the surveillance techniques. I think that'll be probably better. The sooner we deal with them, the better. I don't want them to. Oh, there it is. I can do it like this. There you go. I'll do those ones. Cesspool effectiveness. Another. Well, they're still loyal, so that's good. But it does suck. That being said, look at that. I think 70% chance is as good as it's gonna get for us. We'll have a slight amount left. Good. How many supplies have we got? 0. That is not good either. We need more support equipment and skilled laborers. It's mostly support equipment. How much do we have right now? That is not good. Let's put it down to here. There we go. And then back up here, please. We need to build up our support equipment amount so we can get more supplies in. Oh, Hitler has died. Good. I've enhanced the surveillance stuff. The security of the Orderstaat is of the utmost importance. Enemies from without and within scan for any weakness, any point where a spy can infiltrate. Our borders need to be reinforced. Yeah, basically that. Let's go with it. All this would be nice to do. As our agents have reported back to the headquarters and brought some good news with them. The authorized operation into the current lead was a success. A new piece of evidence to be looked over. Let's have a look. Deserted cottage. A small cottage located in the Ardennes. It had been the Grail's residence for 6 years, but now appears to have been deserted by its owner. A skeleton crew of Wallonian guards ensure the specter of it being lived in, but the Grail himself hasn't been sighted in it or even the region for months. There have been 3 options. Raid the house and disarm the few guards in a quiet attack. Focus our efforts on watching the military blah blah blah, or demolish the house after... Well, we gotta wait for now. We gotta lower... If at all possible, I'd like to go with this one. I need 45 points. Something's happening. I think the Civil War is about to pop. With Germany. There it is. German Civil War. Well, we can only hope that that it's my boy that's gonna win. Right? Cancel non-aggression pact. Yeah, I know, whatever. Orderstaat declares war. You know what? Yeah. I don't want that. I can only hope Heydrich wins. Bum. Come on, my dude. A minor setback? Yeah, people become more and more disillusioned. I know. And I know the Grail is questionable, but we are looking into him, alright? Alright, and we have declared the war. Good. We're about to go. And then let's just look over the wall. Alright, Twilight of the Diplomat Director. SS sat in his desk shuffling through those papers, wall upon wall of text, yet they all seem to be the same. As his eyes misted over, he barely heard the dull thud of his door swinging open, slamming on the hinges. Von Ribbentrop, an old ally, or as close to an ally as could be trusted, occurred nonetheless. Precise and cold, he had earned nothing more. Ribbentrop, I trust you are well? The man was different. Even under the Reichsführer's cursory gaze, he marched with none of his trademark confidence or zest, and slammed the door down a manila folder on the Reichsführer's desk. A letter, Herr Reichsführer. Was it just him, or was there fear in Ribbentrop's eyes? The Reichsführer's SS brows arched. He opened the folder, pulling out a small piece of paper. He quoted the words quickly and became obvious of the factor, a condemnation. Its signatories were more disturbing still. Admiral Knacke, Admiral Voss, and Joachim von Ribbentrop. What is this? A betrayal here, now? Who else? Could no one be trusted? Herr Reichsführer, in my capacity I must object to our intervention in the French state. I do not intend to condemn or suborn you. Do not misconstrue me. He bent over and rasped, the efforts visibly pained. The fatherland bleeds and night falls over the ever darker there. Would it not be wise to spare Aryan blood, Aryan treasure, and preserve lives in the territory we control? Herr Reichsführer, you of all people know that I have been a loyal servant. It is my sincere belief that our work here will suffer from this military adventure. If only for my sake, please consider heeding my advice. You are dismissed, Herr Ribbentrop. As he watched Ribbentrop salute and walk out the door, he picked up a phone and dialed the Sicherheitsdienst. Promotion season was coming early for someone today. Jesus Christ, man. Can you just be like, no? Oh. Glanced at the latest reports from the front and pinched the bridge of his nose. While the pitiful excuse of French army was easily folding for the might of the Waffen-SS, it seems no thanks to the Walloon Legion. In fact, according to the SS division headquarters, they were hardly advancing at all and refusing to report their positions to others. That was borderline treason. Flosser picked up the phone, dialing Leon de Grail's number. Didn't pick up, but one of the German attachés that put me through to the Grail. Standenführer de Grail is gone, sir. And find him and put him on. You do not understand, sir. De Grail is gone. The next few hours were consumed by an onslaught of panicked phone calls, briefings, and a confused high command. and a man scrambled to find a replacement for the commander of the Legion. The well-respected balloon officer, Jean-François Triart, received a battlefield promotion, and he was able to execute the assigned maneuvers after a short delay. Although the immediate crisis had been resolved, the Grail had practically vanished off the face of the earth. Many of his immediate subordinates in the Legion are unable or unwilling to see where he went. Huh. Is he planning something? I bet he is. That filth. Oh, but we can no longer investigate him. I guess we were too late. Oh well, we're still advancing. There we go. Just keep advancing, please. Just whatever you can. Take everything that you can get your grubby little hands on. This shouldn't take us too long, actually. There we go, and they're completely, yep, destroyed. The French are broken. The Burgundian blitz through the French state has proven just as effective as we had planned. The French military is in utter disarray, and the French government evacuated as far south as they can manage. Politicians already scattering abroad in an attempt to escape our might. Those few remaining in the country have already sent a surrender, offering us the borders and centers regions and even the rest of their precious capital. We could refuse and continue the war, but it is doubtful that we will be able to adequately manage and police that much land, and the influx of the territory we are after will already stretch our administration to its limit. And now is the time to enjoy our spoils. Good, we did it. Now, suppose we could continue on in here. But is it necessary? That is the question. Alright, there we go. Huh, was it always like this? Maybe. Oh well, it matters not. Heydrich is probably, is losing. Bormann and Göring are winning. Humble request, honestly, I'm humbled to be able to serve the Reichsführer SS in such a capacity and in order to fulfill the goals of National Socialism as best as I can. I will, however, need a few more resources. First of all, the Legion needs more supplies to replenish those used against the French, of course. At the newly minted Jean-François Triat rattled off a list of supplies, as well as the inane task they'd wasted them on, and the organization of a manhunt against Leon de Grail, traitor to the Orderstaat. This got their attention. Triat slid over a typed list of supply requisitions, with SS officers tumbled through. One departed into another room, carrying the list, and the muffled sounds of a phone conversation could be heard. When he returned, he was as stoic as ever, but with a hint of surprise in his eyes. The Reichsführer SS has personally approved your supply requisition and applauds your eagerness to eliminate those who work to undermine National Socialism. He expects good results from you. Yes, of course, thank you. Sieg Heil. Triart exclaimed as he gathered his belongings and hastily departed the conference room. Personal praise for the Reichsführer SS himself was a high honor, but it also meant that Himmler's eyes would be closely watching him for any sign of failure. Oh, damn. Got ourselves a good boy this time, huh? Someone who's loyal. Oh. I see how it is. We got a lot more territory. Most of it is loyal to Charlemagne. Okay. Whatever you say, buddy. The end of Reichskommissariat. Yeah, dude. Germany is continuously falling apart. It's a shame though. Heinrich is actually losing. New foci for industrializing Burgundy have been unlocked. Interesting. Ah, come on, we lost it again. See, that's a shame. It keeps happening. Looking over the walls. We don't need this anymore, I think. Let's go down here first. Penal repair battalions. It is inevitable that even in warfare of the kind of most meticulous planned and executed as our victory against the French, some small proportion of the conquest will be spoiled. Jeez, come on, I know, it's falling apart. Besides the successfully obliterating the Vichy regime, excuse of our military, will also incidentally obliterated, come on, many roads, factories and Frenchmen. Dragging their feet, Reichsführer skimmed through the Oberführer Schlusser's report on the preliminary round stages. Thankfully, the new leader seemingly seemed to have his head on straight. He was loyal, determined, and above all else, always seeking his Reichsführer's approval. He sent a telegram shortly after Schlusser's report arrived, asking for how he should approach the investigation. Although he mentions the Legion is capable of beginning the investigation at once, he also asked for the Reichsführer's blessing to collaborate with the SS Legion Langmark. Although the French no doubt hate the Walloon Legion, they hate the Grail more. Yeah. Go on and help each other out. We're all about friendship and shit over in here. So come on, my dude. Okay, man. They keep losing it. It is ridiculous. Oh. Antwerp for two. Two men sat at the table outside of the cafe, sipping the tea and glaring at each other for some sort of casual loathing. On one end sat Thiriard, and on the other end sat Bert Eriksson, the young Flemish commander. Although the Fleming and Walloons were ostensibly united under the swastika, old habits died hard and ethnic hatred was as strong as ever. You're either a genius or a fool, Eriksson laughed. To think you can stroll into Flanders, request a meeting with me, and expect to help with whatever problem you have. I'm not one of your hotlickers toadies. It's not a what that's a problem, but a who, the Grail. So the rumors are true then. If you're seriously taking that kankerleer down, name whatever it is you need. Give me a week and Langmar will be yours. But I have one condition, and I know I want to be right there with you until you catch him. All right. They're gonna end up having a romance together. I can already tell. It's gonna be great. I love it. By confiscating all sources of decadent wealth and seizing all assets from those deemed degenerate in our newly occupied territory, 10 supplies will be added to the national stockpile. Yeah, let's go, boys. Give me those supplies. We'll use it to sabotage the dome. Shouldn't take too long. A new type of city, a new type of labor. Interesting, there's a lot of things we still need to do. A line crossed. The line of trucks headed by a black Benz sedan pulled to a stop to the fortified border checkpoint. Although the site would be unusual, much more of the Orderstaat, one of the few autonomies the Walloon region retained, was the right to police their own regional borders. While the leader of the Legion would ostensibly have no problem crossing, discontent was considerably higher in the ranks, especially after word got out that he was collaborating with the Flemish to search for their beloved former leader. Thankfully, the soldiers in the convoy had their doubts and scruples about the working with Langmark thoroughly silenced with promotions and pay raises. The Benz rear window rolled down as a guard approached, revealing Thiriard and Eriksson sitting in the back. Bonjour, soldiers, Thiriard beamed. Official business on behalf of the Reichsführer SS. Here are the papers. They should all be in order. The guard looks at the papers and marched in the checkpoint office. All around, it seemed like the guards were on edge, watching the convoy like hawks and fingers on the triggers on their rifles. Would they even dare to open fire on their commanding officers? No, of course not. They wouldn't, right? After a tense minute, the guard exited and returned 3 yards paper. Everything seemed to be in order, and Führer. See Kyle. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's go for the Parisian marriage. Yeah, we have Ost Paris and West Paris, which we will reunite into one Paris probably. Paris. As they say. Oh, oui, oui. Something like that, you know. French is not my native language. I just speak it sometimes because I have to, since I live over in here. Well, technically I live over in here somewhere. I don't know why Ghent is this long. It's supposed to be boom, and then this was Bruges, Ghent, or rather West Flanders and East Flanders rather. But whatever, you know. Belgium is so small, even the provinces are so tiny they barely fit on the map. Oh well. To become death. At last, the Orderstaat has succeeded in producing the first few atomic weapons. A momentum achievement to be sure, yet it is not enough. What few weapons we have yet produced is the first step, but it must be recognized that to yield such weaponry is little compared to the advanced technology weaponry produced by the great nuclear powers. After their decades of arms race, the Orderstaat will never be capable of producing an apocalyptic arsenal such as that possessed by Germania or Washington. Yet we must process for ourselves a deterrent. As of current, it would be but one determined leader who cares not for the deaths of 100,000 civilians to commit his forces against the Orderstaat, and from which point we would find ourselves helpless and possibly defeated. The arsenal must grow at all costs. Right. So basically making even more nukes, so we can make a post-apocalyptic world should anyone ever dare to fight us. Is Heinrich even alive? I think it kinda is. But something tells me this ain't gonna work, Chief. I mean, I'll try. I'll actually send some boys in there. But still. It's just gonna be tough. Alright, call to arms. We'll deploy Einsatztruppen into Germany to aid the pacification of the territory. Alright. You know what? Sure. How many can I send you? Send volunteers? 3. I'll send 3 of these ones. There we go. Otto, please go help him out. Someone has to take care of this bullshit. It'll take some time before they get there, of course, but, you know. One step at a time. Oh, mobilize a Burgundian... Oh. Alright, that I did not know. But do I want to waste my points on that? That is the question. That is the question. The Welsh... Oh, for a second I thought the Walloon Revolution, but no. Thankfully it is not. Schlesser's much anticipated report on the Hunt of the Grail arrived, which he eagerly flipped through. The initial pages were discouraging, full of euphemisms like exhausted leads and temporary obstacles, but as the investigation was winding down, Triart and Eriksson's squad stumbled upon a bunker that was ostensibly decommissioned and removed from records years ago. More curiously, it was guarded by Walloon Legion soldiers who weren't part of any chain of command. They opened fire on sight, and Triart and his men were forced to fight a bloody room-to-room battle to clear the bunker. In one of the rooms, they came across 2 rogue legionnaires, concluding the impromptu cremation of a body. They were quickly killed by the loyalists, and the fire was doused. Although the body had been severely burned in the fire, it could still be identified as a middle-aged man in an SS officer's uniform. An exit wound on the top of his skull indicated that he had shot himself shortly before his body was burnt, meaning he had likely committed suicide when the raid of the bunker had begun. The Reichsführer's SS opened an envelope that accompanied the report. thumbing through grisly photos of a charred corpse. Nauseating as the scene was, it certainly looked enough like the Grail. He queasily returned the pictures to their resting place and let out a sigh of relief. Schlesser's report concluded by mentioning that since the news on the raid spread, they were significantly more quiet in the ranks of the Legion. It wasn't certain that the Grail was dead, but in these trying times, it was good enough for now. Yeah, it might be a body double, as far as I know. And I can believe it was the body double. Alright, are my troops there yet? Please? No. This one ain't working. This one ain't working either. Keep going down here. This one ain't working either. No, not really interesting. That's two off-road factories, sure. Another set, goddamn. Come on, keep attacking. We'll recover our organization a bit more. And there we go. We're actually doing it. Good. I kind of want to slow down. There we go. Let's just go in here and maybe in here. Just stay here, right? Reinforce this position. Fight to Germania. You know what? Sure. There we go. Keep this up. Looking abroad, once again, the Iron Jackpot parades through the streets of the Paris, as the French once again find themselves humiliated and defeated with the Schutzstaffel banner flying proudly over the left bank on the Seine. And far beyond, we must look to secure the wider world before setting the Reichsführer's plans into proper motion. In Africa, the Boers and Anglos are at one another's throats, those blah blah blah. Alright, so basically we must fight something. Someone to help us out prolong the civil war. But that is pretty much all the time I've left for today. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did. Hopefully I'll see you next time, and hopefully you have a nice day. Bye bye.